Welcome back, YouTube. It is a great day to be different. So that's what we are gonna do today. And believe me, this one is different. We have a drop, bald fade, undercut, and a very, very difficult edge up. As you guys can see what we're working with, this one is not easy, but we're gonna make it happen. As you can see, first thing we're gonna do is gonna brush, comb, lay everything down. We're searching for any type of inconsistencies or anything that's gonna prevent us from giving this young man a nice haircut. And we're gonna go ahead and move on to the debulking stage. As you can see right here, this is very important. I started off with the one guard closed with the grain. And I say that this is important because the next step, I couldn't get the hair to really feed that well into this one guard. So I switched techniques. And as you can see, it's not really hitting anything. Or at least it doesn't look like it. So I went ahead and swapped guards. We throw on that half guard, second notch, and we changed techniques to the claw method. As you can see right here, represented down there at the bottom right. Claw method, half guard, second notch. We are still going with the grain, but this allows me to feed into the hair a little bit better, lay the hair down a lot better, and also be a lot more precise on hitting the hairs that we wanted in between the long hair and the short hair. So we were able to get it to work. As you can see, it is debulking so much better. And if you guys notice, I'm not going to go all the way down the head. There's no point. We know that we are balding out. Again, it is a bald drop fade. I know the haircut that I'm giving him, so I'm only going to go halfway down the head, as you can see right there, to save some time. We are saving time. Same thing on the edge up, all the way around. Boom. We do have a very, very difficult edge up. So it is important to make sure that the edge up is laid down really, really nice. So we're also going to go behind with some mousse right here. That OG Walker, Red Alert. And we're going to rub that in. It's going to give that same effect as if you were to use hairspray. But since it is foamy, it does lift the hair up a little bit better and allows me to brush and lay it down so much smoother. So we did that before we went into the fade process because it's going to allow it to dry. That way, whenever we come back for the edge up process, it should melt right on off. So as we are fading, it is drying. If necessary, we may go back behind with the blow dryer to make sure it is completely dry. You can see it's still foamy up there a little bit. But when it does dry, it is butter. So we set in that bald line, contoured to the shape of the haircut, to the shape of the dreads, and also to the shape of his head. It's dropping in the back, but it is that bald line. Remember, we didn't debulk the entire side of the head. There was no need because of this process right here. We know we are setting that bald line, and we are going no guard all the way open, about an inch. And then the next step, half guard all the way open. No guard all the way open gives us about a half. And when you slap that half guard on there, half plus half, you do the math, it equals 1. So it kind of gave us that 1. We went up about an inch, debulked a little bit. And again, we're going back to that claw method. Remember, we did debulk with the claw method up here, second notch. So we're just touching base. We're going back, making sure it is laid down, whatever hairs we did not get. And then we're going to move on to the next step of the fade process. So we're going to keep that half guard on. We're going to start off closed, work our way up midway, and then eventually all the way open, as you can see right here. We're going to attack that line that the no guard all the way open left us by starting off closed. And then we are going to use our feather technique, as you see represented down there at the bottom right by the feather. Feather technique, using nothing but your corners, attacking nothing but the dark spots. Very, very important. Very important. It's very important also to blend into the edge up. As you can see, he has an indentation too right there, kind of by the vertical bar. So you got to make sure you hit that dark spot. As you can see, tilting, over exaggerating the clipper, using nothing but that corner, attacking nothing but the dark spots, as you can see right there. Lightening them up, and you can see the fade already coming together. So when you tilt your clipper, you can do some real work. I believe the level work is very, very important. So we're gonna go ahead and drop down to the no guard all the way closed. We're gonna attack that bald line that we set in, work our way up midway, and then eventually all the way open. Continuing with the feather technique, attacking nothing but the dark spots. And as you guys can see, that foam has dried up at the front end of the edge up. And we're not even halfway through the entire haircut yet. So by the time we get done with the whole fade, the whole haircut, by the time we get back to the front edge up, it should be completely dry, which you guys will see here in a minute when we get to the edge up process. How buttery the edge up is. You can see that fade, it's coming along real nice. Real nice. Maintaining that contour drop, you can see. I believe it complements the haircut, the hairstyle very, very well with those dreads on top. So but here goes the other side and the back where the other side connects. I'm gonna let you guys have it, and we will be back for the edge up process. All right, welcome back to the edge up process. As you can see right here, we're gonna start right in the middle, and the hair is absolutely melting. Absolutely melting. So we're gonna walk it to the left side. Does not matter which side you walk to first. Me, I'm normally standing on the left, just based off the way that my station is set up. And then we're gonna reference right back into the middle, walk it to the right, get it to match the left side. And you guys can see how easily that hair is falling off, right off of the bone. You guys saw what I was dealing with at the beginning. Would you guys consider this a pushback? Even though there is baby hairs at the front, would you guys consider this a pushback? You guys let me know in the comments what you would have done with this edge up. I feel like this was the best option for him. I feel like it complements the haircut a lot better, especially once we get to the end. But you guys let me know. Was this pushback necessary? Or would you have went about it differently? We're gonna go ahead and attack that vertical bar. Clean up any debris. Slap some pencil on it for some contour. You guys can see that that fade is already popping just with the lineup. But you guys can see where it's full at, where I pointed it out. So that's what we're gonna attack. I feel like you could definitely see where the edge up's supposed to be. This is why I pushed it back, in my opinion. But we're gonna go ahead and slap that vertical bar on there. Sometimes the hair tells you exactly where you need to go. Sometimes you gotta listen and follow directions. The hair's gonna tell you everything you need to know. We're gonna slap some pencil on it for some contour, just like the other side. And this is as good as the natural edge up is gonna get to me. So we have tools to make it pop, make it stand out, and complete the haircut. So we're gonna move on to the enhancement stage. We're gonna slap a wet foundation on them first. It's gonna allow the dry fibers to stick to it without having to continue to cake on hairspray. So again, wet foundation first, and then we're gonna slap some dry fibers right behind it. The dry fibers is gonna stick to the wet foundation, getting rid of that wet, shiny look. Very, very important for pictures and videos like this. With the wet foundation, the camera tends to pick up the reflectiveness of the wet liquid. So that's what the dry enhancements is for, to go back behind, to fill in a little bit better, give it much more natural appeal to me, in my opinion, and also to get rid of that wet, shiny look. Boom. We're gonna slap some hot sauce on them. It's gonna allow me to eliminate any overspray of the wet or dry enhancements. As you can see, it's gonna clean up just a little bit better, and also allow me to push that pencil over just like that to give it that razor blade effect without having to use a razor blade. It's very important for those barbers who are not comfortable with a razor, or who are just new into the game, who want to give that razor blade look, or maybe you're just not in a shop where there's razor blades at. Again, hot sauce, clean up any overspray of the wet or dry enhancements, and push that pencil over just like that to give it that razor blade effect without having to use a razor blade. Very, very important. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But you guys remember what he came in looking like. Jeez. What he come to do though? He came to be different. Sheesh. Yes, sir. That is definitely different. That is definitely different. Yeah, look at him shake his head. Shake them dreads, my boy. Pause. Clean. Clean. Well, appreciate you guys for staying tuned. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Do whatever you guys got to do to keep me on your timeline, man. It is crispy. And that is crispy. We out of here. Peace.